Hey guys, welcome back to the Student Pages podcast. I'm here in the studio with Joshua Robertson. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you.
Fantastic, aka Yeah Man. Someone told me that that you might think about stopping doing the Yeah Man thing.
Yeah, the reason being is because I was told Yeah Man is a bit too much of a gimmick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I've not fully made up my mind yet, but
Well,
yeah.
you still, I'm sure you still have your chance to buy some Yeah Man merchandise.
Yeah,
The hats and the t-shirts.
Yeah, I've got plenty.
Fantastic.
I've got plenty in stock.
So, I want to know how, actually, before we get to that, what have you been up to recently? Like, where have you been gigging? Is there anything you want to plug? Any shows or anything?
I recently did my first 20 minutes at the London Comedy Store, which was amazing. Last night, I had to fill in for another comedian that did not turn up, so I ended up doing 20 minutes at Pear Face Comedy Club. Tonight I'm doing a corporate comedy event. Yeah, I'm all over the board.
Yeah. I did my first 10 at the Comedy Store recently.
Yeah.
I was telling you a bit about it, and I met Tom Stade.
Right,
And you supported Tom Stade, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's brilliant. I think he's so funny.
Yeah. He's amazing. He's a lovely guy as well.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
He's really, really nice. And for those people who don't know, what kind of comedy do you do? What kind of stuff do you talk about?
My comedy is unexpected. My comedy is about what you see first, but what you don't expect. I twist people's ideas around to make them funny about what people think about disability. I make it funny and put a light edge on it.
Is that something you've always tried to do?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I read online that you've actually performed for royalty.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
I performed for Prince Edward a few years ago in the Rose Theatre in Kingston. It was a part of the Kingston Festival. It was amazing. 400 people, and yeah, it's so good.
And you're working on a few TV things at the moment as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm working on a TV series that has come off the back of this short film that I starred in called That Joke. This short film showed in Berlin in the London Short Film Festival and also in the BFI Film Festival, BFI London Film Festival. And this short film actually got nominated for the best British short. So that's pretty good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. And you're working on a BBC series as well.
Yeah. I've already recorded it. It should be out in late March.
Fantastic.
It's the series is about this series is on BBC, is about educating parents about how difficult it is to be a parent, the joys, the fears. Yeah.
What kind of joys and fears are there involved in being a parent?
Okay.
Bear in mind, I have absolutely no idea, being 20 years old.
Yeah, I'm only 26 though. I'm only 26. So, and I'll tell you what the scariest thing for me was when I first found out that I was going to be a dad. I was still living with my dad at the time in his house. I did not have my comedy career up to this stage that I wanted it at. I did not start acting at all until after my son was born. And it did not help having people tell me that as soon as you have a child, your career is over. Yeah, a lot of comedians told me this, but it's actually just the opposite. Being a father gives you, being a father makes you want to work harder and succeed. It pushes you, as well as give me a lot more jokes to make a part of my set. So, yeah.
Do you find you're writing a lot more jokes about being a father then?
It helps when my kids do silly things.
Like what kind of things?
For example, my son Jacob is 3 years old. He thinks I'm a pushover. All he does is push me over. Wicked joke.
Yeah. And before comedy, obviously you lived in Australia.
Yeah. I lived in Adelaide. I actually started my comedy career out in Adelaide. In school, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life at all, because obviously I can't do construction. I'm so funny. Yeah. So my best friend, suggested to me try out the local open mic night in Adelaide. It's called the Rhino Room. If you ever go there, it's amazing. It's an amazing open mic night. As soon as I stepped on stage, I fell in love with making people laugh. And at that moment, I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Yeah,
fantastic.
Make people laugh, yeah.
And then why did you decide to come over to the UK?
Okay, I decided to come over to the UK because I knew that there was more opportunity to get on TV, radio, film over in the UK rather than Adelaide.
What do you think of people from the UK? Because I feel like I was discussing this on another podcast. I feel like Brits have a lot in common with Australians.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think so?
I think I don't think so, and mostly because Australians are more laid back, I think, than British people.
That's good. It's good to be laid back, to be honest.
Yeah.
What else did I want to ask you? I wanted to ask you. I saw you were working on a show. I don't know if you're still working on this, but a show where you talk to disabled people about their sex lives.
Yeah.
Is that something else you have?
Yeah. I was working on that a while ago. It's yet to come out, but there's a lot of laughs in it, and if it doesn't come out anytime soon, we've got some big names on the show, so watch out for it.
Big names.
Yeah, like a big comedians that have performed at Live at the Apollo.
Oh, fantastic!
And are performing in Soho Theatre.
Fantastic. I wanted to ask you as well. What advice would you give, looking back, to your teenage self who maybe didn't know that they wanted to do comedy yet?
Okay. I was not born disabled, but after I had my motorbike crash, I was always trying to find the funny things in life to keep, so I wouldn't get depressed, you know. So I would say comedy is gonna come through for you in the end, Josh. Comedy is like a rest bite for me, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, if you feel like you've managed to find some strength through comedy, and of course being a father, would you say there's anything that you're still scared of, that still troubles you, or?
I'm so scared of falling over. I'm scared of things happening to my family, like any father would be. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, but saying that, I really don't know what I would do without my disability. Is a part of me now. I can't even remember what it was like to be able-bodied. Yeah, and I think if I had to, if I was given the choice whether to go back and be able-bodied, I wouldn't, because I feel that being disabled is so much better. Honestly, yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I bet you're jealous, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. God. Well, I mean, I mean, not just. I mean, I am jealous that you're such a funny comedian. I will say that. I wanted to ask you if you were influenced by any like who are your favorite comedians?
Okay. I've been influenced by comics like Frankie Boyle, Lee Evans is funny. Yeah, and many other people. Kevin Bridges is a funny one. I like him. Yeah, and many more. I heard one well-known comedian say, comedy is not about jokes anymore. So I think comedy is yeah. I think comedy was a lot better years ago than what it is now, because now people get picked up on every little thing. Yeah.
Interesting.
PC gone mad.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are you
definitely?
Are you going to be doing? Are you still going to be doing? A show and not caring about what people will say or people will think. Are you still gonna do a show and not care about people picking you up on not being PC?
Yeah, I hope so. People are gonna pick me up on everything I do, whether it's People are going to comment on what I do, how I look. I don't have time to deal with all the bad comments, and yeah.
Have people have picked you up on stuff before?
Okay. Yeah. A few weeks ago, I was headlining a show in Bill Murray, in
Angel.
Yeah. And some girl yelled out at me from the front row and called me a sexist. Yeah, actually, it was so awkward. And the joke I was telling was about me, not her. It was not sexist at all, but
she just misunderstood, basically.
I think so. The joke was I was talking to people that were on a date in the front row, and yeah, I don't think it was sexist at all.
Fair enough. We'll have to give you the benefit of the doubt there, because we're not sure what the joke was. But wow, it's crazy to think that someone would actually stand up and.
Yeah, but I'm kind of happy they did. I'm so glad, because I I think I've got used to people letting me get away with whatever, like, because I'm disabled. People are so scared to tell me not to do something that when someone finally stands up and tells me not to do it.
Someone finally calls you out on being a horrible sexist.
I enjoy it. I enjoy getting told off. I enjoy. Obviously, I don't enjoy being called a sexist because I'm not a sexist at all. Yeah. I think that's the first and only occasion that's happened to me. So.
Did you feel like you dealt with it well, or did you feel like you win? Because it's difficult to win the crowd back after something like that.
Yeah. I just left it alone, and I went on with my other jokes and just didn't deal with it. But I looking back on that, I think I probably should have tried to win it back around, but
it's a tough situation to be in anyway. If that's it must have been tough, especially if you feel like, you know, it's the kind of situation where you need to be like think quickly on your feet, and if nothing comes to you straight away, then it's like.
The funny thing is that I had lots of comebacks
afterwards.
After the fact.
Yeah. What would you have said?
I would have said. I forget what I said. I forgot what I was. I forgot what I would have said now, but it would have been funny.
There we go. I'm sure. How are we doing for time? Oh, okay. We've just about run out of time, but thanks so much for coming in, Josh. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure you watch clips of Josh doing stand-up online. Do you have any shows coming up that you want to plug?
The only one in my diary so far is tonight. I'm doing a corporate show, but other than that, not really.
I feel that, to be honest. I feel that. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Catch you next time on the Student Pages podcast.
Thank
Cheers.
You.